Natalie is in the Twin Cities today. Please welcome Kate Collins.
Come on in, Kate.
Welcome.
Oh, you look great.
Hi, what a glorious day you all have. Hi.
Isn't that nice?
Hi.
I know all your fans want to see you without your
I'm
shades.
not really. I'm sorry.
That's they want to see your eyes. I know.
Hard to open the eyes
I
of this,
didn't
though.
exactly dress properly, did I?
No,
I
you
should
look
have worn
great.
my shorts.
Now, you heard what everybody else had to say about Natalie. What do you think about her right now?
Oh, I think it's very funny. I agree. She hasn't heretofore had the best taste in men, aside from Jeremy, don't you think? Oh, Jeremy's wonderful, right? She's having a little trouble accepting Jeremy at the moment. I don't think she's mean. I think Silver was mean. Silver created a whole rapist scenario that didn't exist and scared her. Things got out of hand. I can't justify this. It happens only in daytime. That's all I know how to say.
Well, now, how do you like playing what is supposed to be kind of a nasty character? Is that fun?
Oh, Nasty Natalie. When she first started, she was quite wicked, wasn't she? Or she was very, very wicked. And that was actually a lot of fun. People left you alone on the streets. They assumed that you'd probably attack them the way you attacked Erica.
Seriously?
And they all ran away.
Fans wouldn't come up to you because they'd be afraid you'd be mean?
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Yes, it's very funny.
What kind of mail did you get?
Oh, I got hate mail. Absolute
Really?
hate mail.
Like what?
Oh, you couldn't possibly compete with Erica. It's a disgrace that you're even trying. Just leave town now before I come get you.
Well, now she's changing somewhat, though. Did you ask for the character to be changed, or did the writers do it?
No, that's all up to them. They gave her a baby, and as one lady wrote to me, I thought it was quite sweet. She said, Natalie found her heart when she had her baby, her child, and I thought that was quite accurate. And then, of course, she has other mishaps to make her a victim. And this whole thing with Silver is kind of a victim routine in that Palmer has manipulated almost all of it. He didn't mean for this to happen, but he really got us all here, and he's the one who's now gotten her in trouble. My sister calls it the sticking the stiff in the toy chest story.
Right. we have a lot of your fans in the audience that want to ask you questions, but just before we get to them, what some of our viewers may not know is that you are the daughter of astronaut Michael Collins, right?
Oh, yes.
And Michael Collins, it was in 19 what? That he went to the moon.
1969 was the first lunar landing with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, and he was the command module pilot on that flight, July of '69.
So your father has seen the moon close up.
Seen the moon close up and seen what we look like very far away.
What was that like for you? Did that affect your childhood since you were like 10 years old when he was on the moon?
I think the notoriety affected the family in that we became very sheltered and very protected by Mom and Dad, and as children we didn't quite understand what we were being protected from. So you tend to be a little hesitant, not quite as trusting, but you grow up, you learn, you go. You know.
Do you remember that day?
Oh, yes, I remember. I got to stay up late.
Oh, yeah. That was the big point?
That was the high point? The high point, of course. The rabbit and the three kids, we all got to stay up late and watch Mr. Armstrong wander around on the moon.
But you actually talked to the reporters, too, didn't you?
Oh, yes, yes. We used to have press conferences out in the front yard, and I'd invite them all in for tea. My mother was less than thrilled about that. But
Was your dad really a kind of a proponent of your career as an actress? I mean, at the very beginning, was he okay with your being an actress?
No, he had a funny response. He thought it was the most insane thing anyone could do, and all I could say was, Dad, you could fly to the moon and you tell me acting is insane.
Why did he think it was so crazy?
Because of the odds of working and making a living at it.
He wanted you to get a real job.
A real job, a real job. He has a book coming out, as a matter of fact. Isn't this interesting? I totally forgot. A new book is being published July 4th, I think, is its actual date, called Liftoff, which is sort of a history of flying machines with an insider's perspective and some comments. And
no matter what our parents tell us about career, they always have something that they're teaching us just from the way they approach career. What did you learn from your father about careers in general?
Well, Mom and Dad both. The one thing we learned was that you could do anything you wanted to with your life if you applied yourself and worked hard enough, and that was A-okay by them.
Are you happy with it now?
Yes, very happy.
I mean, you're making very good money, but somebody said, now this is an older article, somebody said that you're still a little bit insecure, like you really ought to be thinking about doing other things at the same time.
Like you kept the secretarial job for a while?
I kept the secretarial job. I was a freelance secretary, proofreading, copy editing. I was also working on Broadway and doing this, and I wouldn't let go of any of them. I've been unemployed and eating a baked potato a day for too many years.
Right. Well, you know, I think a lot of mothers in the Twin Cities would look at you and they'd say, gee, my daughter looks a little bit like her, and they wonder if they should encourage their daughters to go to New York City and become actresses, soap actresses. Would you?
No, you cannot be a soap actress. There's no such thing as a soap actor anymore. You have to be an actor, i.e. work on stage, be prepared to work in film, and know what acting is about. You need that education. I would not encourage anybody to do anything like that unless they came up with the idea by themselves and felt very, very strongly about it.
And Kate has spent many years learning to do what she does. We'll talk about that and also get questions from our audience when we get back.
Lots of questions, I
Stay
hope.
with us from Valleyfair.
What type of work day you have when you're taping?
Oh, that's sort of a good question. We go to work at 7:30 in the morning, and we work on an easy 12-hour day that I'd say about 40% of the time goes to a 15-hour day. The studio works 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. And then we work Saturdays so we can have Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day off. So it's a long day.
That must really cut down on your social life tremendously.
A social what?
Really?
Really.
Does it hard?
Oh, it's very hard. You know, you can't go to the theater because you can't get out of work by 8 o'clock as a rule. Try scheduling dinners with people about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So you hope for your occasional day off and maybe go to a matinee or a movie or something. It's limiting.
Yes.
Yes, are you going to be getting back together with Palmer Cortland? On the
Question everyone wants to know.
Do you want that?
No.
No? All right. Can I ask, how many people want Natalie with Palmer? Jeremy?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. So the answer to your question is yes. I will be getting back together with Palmer because we want to go with Jeremy. Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
And because if Palmer has this hold over Natalie now that he took care of the secret and she doesn't even know where he took care of the body. I cringe to think. I'm waiting for the pond in Cortland to dry up and the Dobermans to come out. Isn't that awful?
Well, now that you bring Palmer up, perfect, because we have a clip where Palmer comes to Natalie's apartment right after the murder.
Oh, you're kidding.
Okay, let's take a look at that right now.
I hadn't seen that. Thank you.
What'd you think? What'd you think watching that clip?
Well, usually I tape the show every day and go home and do my homework with it after a day's work. I like to watch and see what's going on, what it looks like. I thought that was okay. It was a little hysterical. I don't know.
You mean you think you went too far?
I think there were moments that weren't completely clear, yeah. Yeah. From my point of view.
Question here.
Is it true that Jeremy is your love interest off camera?
Well, we're very good friends. Jean Leclerc is his name, who plays Jeremy, yes. He's my best buddy. He's my best buddy.
Best buddy. I think that's how you're going to get.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I've been told, actually, it depends on who you talk to. I've been told we've been married for 10 years. We live in Chicago. We commute. It's a secret. We're getting married next year. I told him, give me 3 emeralds. I'll do anything.
Yeah, I heard some of those things.
Yeah.
No truth to any of those, huh?
Yeah, combinations.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
What's the most favorite thing for yourself personally about your job, the kind of work you do?
My favorite thing is that in 1981 I left college and set out to have a career as an actress. And I have that now, and this is what I hope to be one step in a long career, if, knock wood, all goes well, and I keep working hard. You're only as good as your last show. In this instance, you're only as good as yesterday's show. So we'll just, as long as the work continues, that makes me happy to work. I like to work. I like to work hard.
Do you find that men are intimidated by a beautiful woman? Have you found that?
I wouldn't quite go that far, Steve. But I would say that if they've watched the show at all, they get a little confused. They think they're talking to Natalie for the first 3 or 4 months.
Really? So how do they act?
Well, they actually expect you to act like Natalie. Have you ever gone on a date? All right, you see Natalie. She dresses up all the time. I went on a date with a guy once, and I had on blue jeans. I thought we were going to the park for an afternoon. I wasn't paying attention. He looked at me and goes, "Where are you going?" So I was going to the park for a walk. I forgot to put makeup on. I mean, I don't do those things. He didn't look thrilled, so I got a little disillusioned.
Also, some of the men can actually fall in love with the character, and you have to
Yes.
set them straight.
Yes, it happens. Oh, Lord, it happens.
And, of course, the biggest difference between you personally and what we see as Natalie is...
I don't have that much tragedy in my life. My life's simple. It's easy compared to Natalie.
Steve mentioned before that a lot of people think, oh, soap acting might be easy, and yet you've spent a lot of years preparing to do what you do. You went to Northwestern, as you mentioned.
Yes.
What are some of the other things you've done in your career?
Oh, I've done regional theater, off-Broadway, Broadway. I've been stage managers. I've built sets. I've built costumes. I've run shows. I've been the coffee boy, typist. I've worked in the business manager's office. I've done all elements of theater, and theater then is applied
Are the people around you coming from that kind of background? Is that essential to do what you do now?
Yes, absolutely. You're not going to put 12 hours in, and this is the most unglamorous kind of theatrical work you can do, to be perfectly honest, to soap operas. And there's no such thing as a star, and if you have no appreciation for what the writers, the directors, the technicians, the cameramen, thank you guys, are trying to do, you're going to be one lousy actress and miserable to be around all day because you'll moan about, I'm not the star, and there's no room for that.
We have to let you go.
Yes,
but if
thank
you could
you.
write what happens to Natalie in the next 6 months, what would it be?
I want her to fall in love with Jeremy and say so and tell the truth and live happily ever after.
Yeah? Would you like that too? Sounds like that's what everybody would like. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you out here.
Thank
Kate
you. It's
Collins.
Kate Collins.